So this has been bothering me from a long time. When I was an assistant director, I remember my first salary when they gave it to me, it was 4,000 rupees. And then I remember it was all 100 rupees notes, so when I put it in my pocket, there was a bump under my bum. So when I was going back on the bike, I could feel it. And I was feeling that I'm so rich, there's so much cash in my pocket, and I can remember how excited I was, how I wanted to buy off half of the Hyderabad with that 4,000 bucks. So I was really happy, and I don't remember that kind of happiness, happening to me again. Now I'm earning thousands of times of that, but I don't remember what, having that same feeling again. Even Saturday night we used to, with my friends, I used to go to the Sony Dhaba or Quattro. Okay. From Monday to Friday, I used to wait for Saturday. On the Saturday morning, I used to be so excited that it's Saturday again. Evening, we are all going to catch up, meet, and then going to Sony Dhaba. So I was really happy. And then I never really, I made it. I was successful in cinema. I never imagined that I will, make it so far. But I never experienced that kind of happiness. So is success overrated? Like we all are waiting for success. We all think that someday we want to be success. But the idea of success, is it not overrated, is what I want.
Oh. So, all those who clapped, we know they are failures. Maybe, they're all the Dhaba people.
Yeah.
So when you understand a means as an end, then this will happen. Money is just a means to do whatever we wish to do. The reason why everybody keeps a certain amount of money is so that tomorrow morning I don't have to worry, where's my breakfast? So that survival is taken care of, so that I can put myself into what I value most. Otherwise, every day morning I'll have to go in search of food. So, money is just about that. It is a means to organize a few things. A whole lot of people everywhere, particularly in Hyderabad, they're going at it as if money is their goal. Money is not your goal, it's just a means. So in your life, for the span of life that you have, and the intelligence that you have, and the capability that you have, how much means do you need is something you must gauge. Otherwise, you'll have means and you'll not have any goal. What is the use of a means? But there is no goal. You have a car, but you don't know where to go. What is the point? You know where to go. If you get on the bus, you will go there in 6 hours. If you get into your car, you'll go there in 2 hours. That's why you have a car, because you know where you want to go. Now you don't know where you want to go, but you have a rocket. What is the point? And anyway, if you bought half of Hyderabad, I want you to understand, the real fun is in the other half always.
4,000 more, sir, next month salary.
You have heard of Alexander the Great? You've heard of Alexander the Great? The moment you make an idiot like that great, then your life is ruined. Because I want you to understand what this man did. Alexander started off on his conquest mode at the age of 16. He went from country to country, killing hundreds of thousands of people, saying, this is my land, but won't sit there and enjoy that land, we'll go to the next one because the other part of the Hyderabad he's looking. Like this, he came all the way to India or to the entry of Indian subcontinent. By then he's 32. He's tired, killing, fighting, killing endlessly. He killed many of his very close friends who started off with him because they all wanted to go back. 16 years, no cell phone, you can't talk to your family. They have left their land 16 years ago. At the age of 16, 17, they are fighting endlessly, killing, blood, that's all they have seen. Everybody's tired, but this man wants the other part of Hyderabad. So, he went through a certain experience. Now, time is running out. For a warrior, 32 is not a good age. Things are becoming a little weaker, not as good as it was at 25. So he is worried. So one thing is, he wants to conquer the world and it's taking too much time. So he wanted to become immortal. This is the next. Once you have Hyderabad, next is immortality. So he wants to become immortal. So he heard lots of stories, Indian yogis, mystics who lived for thousands of years, India is full of such stories. So he sent out an advance party of 8 soldiers. Go find an Indian yogi who will teach me the science of immortality. So they came looking around and then they found one yogi, somewhere probably looking at the descriptions. We think somewhere in the, let's say, in the Pakistani Punjab, that region somewhere, looking at the description of terrain, everything, it seems like that. We could be wrong, but somewhere in that region, what is presently Pakistan, which was considered India at that time. So he came and they came and they found a yogi sitting under a tree, just one loincloth simply, sitting there under a tree, blissed out. They looked at him and they said, "You come, our Alexander wants to meet you." The yogi laughed and said, "I'm not going anywhere, I'm here. If he wants, please ask him to come." They said, "No, you better come, he is the emperor, you just come now." He said, "No." They pulled out their swords. These are violent men, they can take off your life for nothing. Now he is given a good cause that he is refusing their orders. So they said, "We'll take off your head." He laughed and said, "Take it off. I've finished everything that I need to do with myself, I'm just sitting here, enjoying my existence. You want to take my head, take it. See, if I take your head, I will not get your intelligence. This is one thing people must understand. If I could get your intelligence, I could take all your heads and keep it with me. But no, if I take your head, I will not get anything from you. Only thing is, I'll have a piece of meat to handle." So then they thought, "Oh, this guy is not scared of death, he must be immortal." They said, begged him, "Please come, our emperor wants to know about immortality." The yogi laughed, "Let him come here." Then they went back and said, "I think we have met a man who is immortal because we pulled out our swords, that guy is not scared, obviously he must be immortal." Then he himself came. When he came, Alexander sat on his horse. Emperors wear the most stupid clothing. How… every day same clothing. And a metal crown is the most uncomfortable headgear to wear. At least this is nice, this comforts you. Crown is a terrible thing to wear, just wear one metal strap around your head for 2 days and see how it feels to be a king. So he tried to talk to him, he said, "I want to know immortality." The yogi said, "Get off that stupid horse." Because have you seen always when somebody sits on a horse, they become like this? You sit on an animal which is less intelligent than you and suddenly you feel so big. So he said, "You get off that stupid horse first." So he got off. Then he asked about immortality. The yogi tried to tell him, see, this is not the way to go. If you want, I will teach you how to turn inward, we will see. He said, no, I want immortality. After much conversation, when it did not get anywhere, the yogi said, okay, you go in this direction. He gave the landmarks, how to get there, a long journey, about 5-day journey. There is one cave. In that cave, there is a bowl of water in a stone, on the stone floor, there is a certain amount of water. You just drink a handful of that water, you will become immortal. Immediately Alexander set forth. After 3 days, him and his 8 soldiers going, then he thought, if these 8 guys also become immortal, see, the power is in killing them. His power is, I can kill you any moment I want. Suppose you become immortal, I can't kill you, then how do I manage you? So he said, you guys stay here. The last part of the journey, I want to do it myself. So he left them there and alone he went, found a cave. Then he found that water as he was told. He went and put his hands and was about to drink. Then a voice spoke and said, don't drink that water. I drank that and look at my state. He looked around, who's talking? There was nobody around, by then the water slipped out. Then he saw a crow and the crow said, don't drink that water. I drank that water I don't know when, and now the problem is I cannot die. See, if we really want to punish you, death sentence is not such a bad thing. If we curse you that you can never die, a million years later you're still sitting here, this is the worst punishment. So, Alexander did one sensible thing, he did not drink that water, otherwise we had to suffer him even today. So this is the only sensible thing he did in his life, he did not drink that water because he realized that he will not be able to bear himself. Forget about the world. The world will suffer, of course, but he himself cannot stand himself beyond a certain point. So we must understand, this life is not a conquest. This is not a conquest. The only thing that's there for you in this life is the profoundness of your experience. How profound is your experience when you sit here? This is all there is, nothing else you carry. Other arrangements we make for convenience. How much convenience do you want? Convenience will work only to a certain point. It will never transform itself into well-being. People have invested and invested like this endlessly. I met somebody, I was in a home in United States, and I walked into this room and I found 700 to 800 pairs of footwear. And this lady of the house came in and she saw I was in this room, Sadhguru, why are you here? I said, what is this footwear? She says, no, Sadhguru, let's go, what do you want, Sadhguru? I said, whose footwear? Then I see it's all ladies, it's all your footwear, 800 pairs. I can understand. You want one shoes for walking, another for jogging, another for golf, another for office, another for party. Well, you are a woman, you want all the 7 colors of the rainbow. All right, you have 25, you have 30, it's okay with me. 800. How will you wear on these 2 feet? You're not a centipede. I said, how many lifetimes are you planning to come back and walk? The day you met me, I thought, we will make this the last one for you. But now you've got shoes for many lifetimes ready. It'll all go waste if you don't come back. Then this was bothering me. And I met a CEO of a very large shoemaking company in America. Then I asked him, why would a woman buy 800 pairs of shoes? He said, Sadhguru, that is the only thing she can buy the same size throughout her life. Then I thought it's okay maybe. But the fun is in the other half.
So basically, దీని అర్థం that I have become more wise, that I am unable to enjoy.
See, you cannot enjoy anything, this must be understood. If you try to enjoy something, you will bring misery upon yourself. But if you're joyful, everything is nice. You're supposed to be joyful, you're not supposed to enjoy. What is that enjoy? I know. When there is no joy, you try to enjoy. It is just that if you add one more alphabet… No. If you add one more alphabet, it'll become end-joy.
Yeah, maybe I meant joyful only, but I never again felt that kind of a high, that without thinking anything, to be completely joyful.
So if joy is what you're looking for, this will not come because of a bulge in your pocket. Joy means your life energy is in a certain state of exuberance. You're not dead. Mostly people are committing suicide in installments. Slowly they're becoming like this. All these people, if you saw them when they were 5 years of age, they were like this. Slowly. Grave faces. Grave faces because I think many of them are practicing the last pose in their life. You're an actor, you can tell them. You don't have to practice, believe me. When it comes to death, you're a natural star. Have you… I know. Have you ever seen any dead body which is having a wrong expression on its face? No. So why are you practicing now? Life has many expressions that will happen if you're in a certain exuberance of life. If you're slowly killing yourself, yes, literally killing yourself, so slowly it is becoming like half dead. I want you to understand this. Fully alive is fantastic. Dead is good, at least for others. But half alive means it's torture. See, if I want to keep you… if I want to torture you, what will I do? Will I kill you? I will keep you half alive. That is torture, isn't it? So if you keep yourself half alive, this is torture. Every day waking up in the morning itself is torture for a whole lot of people. Only little joy when that Sony Daba like in America, they have a culture, thank God it's Friday. So if 5 days of the week is misery, how come Friday becomes joy? No, chemically induced something. This is the greatest danger in human life. Today we are going towards this very rapidly. To be healthful, we need chemicals. To be peaceful, we need chemicals. To be joyful, we need chemicals. To be blissful, we need chemicals. For ecstasy, you have ecstasy. For everything you need chemicals. Once this happens, right now, I think it has happened approximately to 25 to 30% of the population on the planet. The day it happens to 80 to 90% of the planet, that everybody is on some kind of chemical to experience something, then the next generation that you produce will be much lesser than you. Once we produce a generation which is less than us, we have committed a crime against humanity. The next generation should at least be one step ahead of us. If we leave them behind us, this is a crime against humanity. We are trying to get there rapidly.
సో ఇప్పుడు నాకు పర్టికులర్గా మళ్ళీ అలాంటి ఒక ఫీలింగ్ ఇప్పుడు నేను ఫీల్ అయ్యేది ఐ థింక్ డ్యూరింగ్ మై రిలీజ్ టైమ్ ఆఫ్టర్ వర్కింగ్ ఫర్ 9 months on a film, when I get to watch that film on screen, that 3 hours is meditation for me. It's the most happiest moment in a year for me. I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing.